passing. Clowns are so.
Plus I got my own bread. You ain't gotta wave dinner over my head.
Y'all bitches ain't shit like me. Looking extra thick in a short white tee.
When it comes to hip-hop legends, the women who helped shape the scene deserve a serious shout-out. From Queen Eve.
Lips for the gang of trash. Riskless now, cause I made a gang of cash. Like glam.
To the beautiful Trina.
Home, lights off, unplug the funk. A little nasty, yo. Red bone, but I'm classy, yo. Real jam.
We're here to catch up with the true icons of hip-hop, the ones who shook things up, changed the game, and kept grinding even after the spotlight shifted. Whether they're still dropping tracks, showing up on reality TV, or running empires, they're all still out here making noise. Charli Baltimore, originally known as Tiffany Lane, hit the scene in the late 90s with a fire debut, Cold as Ice, and was connected to none other than the notorious B.I.G. With her standout style and sharp lyrics, Charli looked ready to take over. But while she got off to a strong start, things didn't exactly go as planned after the 2000s hit. In 2004, she split from Irv Gotti and Murder Inc., and from there, her music career hit a few roadblocks. Charli kept dropping tracks here and there, but breaking back into the mainstream was tough. Her last major release came in 2015, and since then, she shifted gears.
And they lived happily ever after.
More recently, Charli popped up on Growing Up Hip Hop on WE-TV in 2019, alongside her daughter, Siani. She's also been big on using her platform to show love to Black-owned businesses. Though she's not dropping music as much, Charli's still keeping herself busy in the entertainment world, just with a new focus.
My heat is warm, type of beef make you sleep with.
Lady Luck, aka Chanel Jones, made a serious name for herself back in the early 2000s as one of the fiercest battle rappers around. She caught Def Jam's attention, landed a deal, and everyone thought she was about to blow up. But her big album? Yeah, it never dropped, and the mainstream fame she was set for didn't quite take off. Still, Lady Luck wasn't about to let that stop her. She kept making noise in the battle rap world, teaming up with other artists, and carving her own path. Eventually, she jumped into the reality TV game with First Family of Hip Hop, a show about the Robinson family who founded Sugar Hill Records. These days, Lady Luck's got her hustle going strong. She's all over social media, staying connected with fans on Instagram and YouTube. Plus, she co-hosts a podcast called The Luck and Biz Show with her partner, Somaya Reese, where they keep it real on everything from music and relationships to what's hot in the world right now.
Go out the joint and play this shit up in your stereo. Or in the streets up in your Jeeps or in the...
Rah Digga, born Rashia Fisher, came in hot as part of Busta Rhymes' Flip Mode squad, and when her debut album Dirty Harriet dropped in 2000, it made it clear she wasn't playing around. Known for her fire lyrics, Rah Digga quickly proved she had the skills to hang with the best, even if she didn't keep herself constantly in the spotlight. After leaving Flip Mode in 2007, she kept at her solo projects, dropping tracks here and there and even trying her hand at acting. You might have seen her in movies like 13 Ghosts or Carmen, a hip opera. Beyond the music and movie scenes, she's all about giving back. She started the Feed Me Foundation in 2009, which gets youth in Newark involved in delivering food to the homeless.
Dwelling south of the Hudson, New Jerusalem, in seclusion, using fake pseudonyms.
Today, Rah Digga's still a strong presence in hip-hop. She co-hosts the Yana Demean Godcast with Lord Jamar and comedian Godfrey, where they break down everything from music and culture to whatever's trending. She even dropped a freestyle called Thank You Hip Hop to celebrate hip-hop's 50th anniversary. On top of that, Rah Digga's mentoring at-risk youth and teaching them about music, entrepreneurship, and more through her organization, Lyrics Matter.
Lips for the gang of trash. Riskless now, cause I made a gang of cash. Like glam.
Eve, born Eve Jahan Jeffers, made her mark in hip-hop back in '99 with her debut album, Let There Be Eve. Rough Riders' first lady, instantly blowing up as one of the top female rappers of the early 2000s. Tracks like Who's That Girl and Let Me Blow Your Mind with Gwen Stefani put her in the spotlight and even scored her a Grammy. Her style and skills, unmatched. But Eve didn't stop at music. She jumped into acting, landing her own sitcom, Eve, from 2003 to 2006, and stealing scenes in the barbershop movies. Her talent made the transition from the mic to the screen look easy.
Has it. Some of y'all hot psych, I'm gassing. Clowns I
Lately, Eves stepped back from the music hustle. She joined The Talk as a co-host in 2017, where she shared her takes on everything under the sun before leaving in 2020 to spend more time with her family and focus on what matters most to her. Eves all about giving back, championing causes that empower women and push for better education. She's a real game changer, showing us her influence stretches far beyond her music.
Y'all bitches ain't shit like me. Looking extra thick in a short white tee.
Khia, aka Khia Shimon Finch, came in hot with her bold anthem, My Neck, My Back, Lick It, back in 2002. That track went big, hitting number 42 on the Billboard Hot 100 and turning into an instant club classic. But keeping that momentum wasn't easy, and while she dropped albums like Thug Misses in 2002, Gangstress in 2006, and Nasty Music in 2008, nothing quite hit like that debut. Khia kept putting out music on her own, sticking with a loyal fan base even though mainstream success didn't stick around. Now, she's switched gears and is killing it as a media personality. She runs a YouTube channel, Khia Motor Move TV, where she sounds off every week on everything from pop culture to music and whatever's trending. Her unfiltered takes have racked up a solid following, keeping her name fresh in the entertainment game.
Lights off, unplug the funk. A little nasty, yo. Red bone, but I'm classy, yo. Real jam.
Trina, aka Katrina Laverne Taylor, shook up the early 2000s hip-hop scene with her debut Da Baddest Bitch in 2000. Known for her fierce style and no apologies attitude, Trina dropped hits like Pull Over and teamed up with icons like Trick Daddy and Ludacris, making herself a big name in the game. Though she hasn't always stayed front and center, Trina's stayed loyal to her music, dropping new tracks and jumping on collabs with other artists. She's proven she can keep up with the shifting hip-hop world and still hold her own.
You don't know now, ho. Better make you come like me, nigga. You don't know now, ho.
Lately, she's been flexing her range in new projects. In April 2023, she rocked an NPR Tiny Desk concert, showing she's still da baddest. Then in October 2024, she got real with fans on the Tamron Hall show, opening up about losing her mother, brother, and niece. Even with all that, Trina's resilience keeps her fans inspired, proving her strength is just as big as her legacy.
Plus, I got my own way. You ain't got a wave dinner over my head.
Amil, aka Amil Kahala Whitehead, blew up in the late 90s when she joined Jay-Z's Rockefeller crew. She popped up on some of Jay's biggest tracks, like Can I Get A from the Rush Hour soundtrack, and dropped her debut album All Money Is Legal, AMIL, in 2000, which included collabs with big names like Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Eve. Even though she was everywhere at first, her career slowed down, and she eventually split from Rockefeller. After stepping away from the label, Amil took a break from the industry to focus on herself, dealing with the usual fame pressures and the challenges of breaking through in a male-dominated scene. She's opened up about those tough times and her choice to put her mental health first. Lately, Amil's been testing the waters with some indie releases and has hinted at a comeback with new material. While she's not in the mainstream scene right now, Amil's still got respect for her impact on hip-hop back in the day, and fans are here for it.
I'm leaving them long gone. Got 'em with their hands up high. Sit at the bar.
Ms. Jade, aka Siobhan Young, hit the hip-hop world hard with her debut album Girl Interrupted in 2002. With Timbaland behind the production, tracks like Big Head and Ching Ching put her on the map, showing off her one-of-a-kind flow and serious lyrical chops. But after that initial splash, Ms. Jade didn't keep up the same mainstream shine. She kept dropping music here and there and teamed up with different artists, though nothing quite matched the commercial success of her first project. Juggling the evolving music game and the grind of staying relevant wasn't easy. These days, Ms. Jade's been more focused on her family and personal life, but still shows up in the music scene. She performs at local shows and has even hinted at new projects. While she might not be front and center in the industry, Ms. Jade's influence is still felt, and she's got plenty of respect as a hip-hop pioneer.
That beat is fine. Damn, that beat is fine.
Jacki-O, born Angela Cone, made waves in hip-hop back in 2004 with her debut Po Little Rich Girl. Tracks like Nookie and Sugar Walls showed off her fierce style and lyrical game, making it clear she was here to make noise. But after her first big moment, keeping up the momentum in the industry wasn't easy. She dropped a few more projects, like Lil Red Riding Hood in 2009, but nothing quite hit the same way as her debut. Eventually, Jacki-O took a step back to focus on life outside of music. Nowadays, she's kept things pretty low-key. She's put out some new tracks independently and tried her hand at different business ventures. Even though she's not front and center in the hip-hop world, Jacki-O's journey still inspires, and her name holds weight for those who remember her impact. Shawnna, aka Shawnna Guy, burst onto the scene in the early 2000s, making her mark alongside Ludacris and the DTP Squad. Her debut album, Worth Tha Wait, dropped in 2004 and had some fire tracks like Gettin' Some and Shake Dat Shit that showcased her lyrical skills. She followed it up with block music in 2006, further proving she's got the chops. But as time went on, Shawnna's spotlight started to fade. She split from DTP and Ludacris, and her third album, The Nappy Boy, never saw the light of day. Even though she kept dropping music independently and teaming up with other artists, she didn't quite recapture that early magic. These days, Shawnna's back in action, focusing on personal growth and empowerment. She's been sharing her story on TikTok, diving into her past and aiming to inspire other women. Plus, she's been doing interviews and podcasts, dropping gems about her journey and how to stay relevant in the game. Shawnna's all about lifting others up while staying true to herself.